West Ham 2, Bournemouth 0. Quite a lot to get through in this game, actually, and certainly West Ham weren't 2 goals better than Bournemouth. I think that's fair to say. Although we did finish the stronger team, but a lot of changes had been done. But I think overall, we were better at the end of the game than we were at the start. And at the start, we were awful, really. Absolutely terrible. But I want to focus on the positive to start off with. We'll say the positive. That makes it sound like there's only one. There wasn't. But the big positive is Magic Diouf. He looks like a really, really good player. His delivery is sensational. It's really, really good. He's got... Do you know what? I'm just going to say it anyway because I don't know what I think I'm doing downplaying it. It's like a Beckham delivery, but from the other side, basically. 3 times he put in absolutely stunning crosses, 2 of which resulted in the goals. And you can't really say much more than that, really. It was impressive. Very, very impressive. And it certainly do think it's going to be a big weapon for West Ham next season. We'll go into in more detail in other videos. I mean, this is very much one about the game. But what I would say is now, as far as we know, this is the only player that Potter and McCauley have identified and we've signed. So I want to see more of these coming in. As it's a very, very promising first start. It really is. And just really looking forward to seeing more from this player. And I do think that as time goes on, people are going to learn about him, and then people are going to start doubling up and just making sure they stop those crosses from coming in, of course. But that's going to create space and opportunity for other players, really. And I think once we get a midfield in place that can start playing 1-2s and start playing him in, then I think we've got a really, really good player on our hands. So that was a big positive and a big takeaway from that game. It was all Bournemouth for the first 20 minutes, though. They hit the post. In fact, they hit the post during the game. They hit the post twice and the bar once. They should have been ahead. Real lack of pace from West Ham. I mean, what we've been saying it for, I don't know. I mean, certainly remember saying it under Yarmolenko and Snodgrass, and been saying it for a long, long, long time. There is some pace in the team now. There used to be a case where it was only really Fredericks that had any pace in the team. To be fair, that'd be unfair on Antonio. But in the middle, we're still lacking pace through the middle of the pitch, and it's going to hurt us. We need to get this sorted out. We really, really do. Freddie Potts is a very good player. He needs to play football with someone, though. He wants to play pass and move. And he needs someone alongside him that's athletic and is going to be able to give him the ball and give him the ball back. There was no surprise that actually we really started to get into the game. Probably after the first 20 minutes, we started to enjoy bits of possession when he was more involved in it and he was linking up with Paqueta a little bit more. And that's a really, really good thing. I do worry about... James Ward-Prowse did not have the worst game. He did not have the worst game. But I am worried that he has started all of these games. I watched Gio's video this morning. Well, I did a video with Gio this morning. Never mind, watched his video. Did a video with him as well. And, he's right. James Ward-Prowse had plenty of starts. And I do worry that every manager's got their favourites, I guess. And I do worry the fact that he's had so many starts that he is a favourite. And I just hope that we don't think that's it and we're done for the season, for the transfer window, and actually midfield will be all right. It won't. We need to sort that out. We really, really need to get some legs in there. I'm absolutely certain about that. We went in the lead after 24 minutes, completely undeserved. It was a cross from Magic Diouf. Really, really nice cross. And Bowen miskicked it. I mean, he sort of air kicked it, but it sort of ricocheted up against his shin. He managed to get control, and then he laid the ball back for Nicholas Füllkrug to tap in. Nicholas Füllkrug then did a really nice celebration dance. I think it was the dance he was doing the Lucas Paqueta dance. I think that was what was happening there. But it was really good to see. Bowen was going to go and score the second goal later on in the game, and again it was a sort of right foot shot, a miskicked right foot shot, but not as badly miskicked as that one, and he got the goal. There was also another. This one wasn't from a Diouf cross, but there was also another missed kick that Bowen had from the right. Now, I think we're going to see, because of Diouf, I think we are going to see the ball landing on Bowen's right foot quite a lot, by the way. And yeah, I mean, but he's just always going to score goals for West Ham. He's that good, Bowen. He is that good. The one thing I do worry about is in this system, particularly when he's playing with Füllkrug, he keeps having to drop down. He's almost taking up sometimes a target man position. Sometimes that Füllkrug is dropping deep and he's trying to flick header it on. But there are other times Bowen is dropping deep. And I do worry, we're asking him to do a sort of robust target man job. He's going to get kicked a lot this season. I do worry about him getting fouled and getting injured, actually. But anyway, he will score goals. Even when Bowen's not at his best or even playing in his best position, he's always going to score goals. And, I mean, realistically, I thought he was not particularly involved in this game, particularly not in the hurtful areas. He would drop deep, as I mentioned earlier. But he still could have had 3 goals. And I don't think West Ham were a better team, but not for all the game. Well, anyway, I thought Bournemouth will feel that they've been hard done by, certainly. But overall, I thought there was poor service to Bowen. It was 1-0 at half-time, but Bournemouth had the best chances. I felt that Lucas Paqueta was too deep too often in the first half. We were really penned in. They'd done a really good job, and I think I saw that the possession after 70 minutes, Bournemouth had more possession than West Ham, which is, is going to be strange. I think in a lot of games we'll have more possession than the opposition. I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of the game they finished up having more possession than West Ham. But Paqueta was too deep trying to make things happen. We weren't particularly firing. And the funny thing was, to look at the defenders, I felt that Kilman and Todibo started off badly but got better as the game went on. Todibo to get substituted, to be fair. But I thought Agurd started the better but actually got worse as the game went on. Areola came rushing out of his goal in the first half as well, completely missed it. He's a concern. He is a concern. I think it's making me nervous. I assume he's probably making his defenders nervous as well. We've done well to win that game, but the goalkeeper and the midfield needs to be sorted out. It really, really does. And we lack pace up front. We do lack pace up front. Anyway, look, we're not going to get it all, but we need the goalkeeper and we need the midfielder. That much is clear. Other teams would have beaten us. I don't want to read too much into it. It's a pre-season friendly. I absolutely understand that. But I've not looked at just one pre-season friendly game and said, hold on, we need a goalkeeper and we need a midfielder. That's been evident for some time. I thought the 2-0 was good, right? 2-0. Then Bournemouth were making so many substitutions. By the way, Eli Junior Krupi played, and do you remember last January we were linked to him, we were bidding for him, and then I don't know. We realised we tried to buy him off Lorient, who were actually a team that are owned by Foley, who's Bill Foley, who's the Bournemouth owner. So he went to Bournemouth instead. But yeah, he played in this game. When he came on, I recognised the name. I thought, hold on a second, why do I know this name? And then then it occurred to me. 2-0, I've got to say, but Diouf, the ball that Bowen finished for the second goal was absolutely delicious. It wasn't the only thing that he did well either, Diouf. I felt he tried to link well with Paqueta where possible. He did a really, really good clearance at the back post, which I thought was really good as well. I thought he's committed. I thought he's energetic. And yeah, just was really, really pleased with it. I don't want to overly moan about the substitutions because he's trying to get miles in everyone's legs, right? I do understand it, but I thought, why is Rodriguez coming on? I didn't get it. And he made a couple of substitutions on the 89th minute. And that was Marshall and Orford. I would have liked to have seen them get a bit more time. I just don't see the benefit of really seeing Rodriguez. But we weren't too bad, to be fair. We were a better team for the substitutions. And that was, there's something to be said for that. Really neat. They flashed a dangerous ball across the box at one point. Really, really good. And some quite intuitive and dexterous defending by Kyle Walker-Peters, actually, where he sort of, I don't know what he did, he sort of pirouetted and backheeled it out of the danger zone. But anyway, I was quite pleased. I think he's going to be a decent player. I do mean as a squad player. I don't think there's any shift in Wan-Bissaka, who didn't have his best game today. I don't think there's any shift in Wan-Bissaka and probably Diouf, but he's going to get plenty of game time. And I think he'll do well. I think he'll be an okay signing for West Ham, and that's all right. What you don't want to do is spend 40 million on a player and then be an okay signing. Get a player in on free, and they're okay. I think he'll do okay. He looked sort of lively. Again, he's another one. He's just going to benefit when there's a little bit more creativity in the midfield. But I did think Potts tried to play. He will always try and play. It's what he's trying to do. And it's. I don't wish to be mean on Ward-Prowse. He put a shift in. There was one particular ball he played, excellent ball, switch play from right to left.